You are trying to change the world, and the world is breaking you. You push, and it does not move. You scream, and it does not hear. You bleed, and it does not care. This is the fundamental error in your design. You believe your struggle matters to the forces outside of your own skin. You have been taught that passion, effort, and outrage can bend reality to your will. This is a lie, a delusion fed to the masses to keep them running in a wheel of their own making. The source of all your weakness, your anxiety, your pointless suffering, is a single malignant tumor, the belief that you should have control over that which you do not. You worry about the opinions of others. You are angered by the traffic. You are devastated by a market downturn. You are a puppet, and your strings are pulled by every random event, every stray comment, every shift in the wind. Your inner state is a colony, occupied and governed by foreign powers. You are not a sovereign. You are a slave to the external. This is not a judgment. It is a diagnosis. The malady is your constant, futile attempt to command the uncontrollable. Today, we perform the surgery to remove it. The instrument is a law. The law is simple. It is absolute. It was codified by a slave named Epictetus, who possessed more freedom in chains than most men find in a lifetime of luxury. It is called the Dichotomy of Control. It is not a philosophy to be debated. It is a blade to be used. It divides the entirety of existence into two categories, and only two. There is no third. First, that which is not in your control. This list is vast. It includes your body, your health, your reputation. It includes your wealth, your property, and your career. It includes the people you love, the people you hate, and the crushing indifference of the universe itself. These things are externals. They are given, and they can be taken away without your consent. To invest your peace of mind in them is to build your house on sand, and to be surprised when the tide comes in. It is a strategic blunder of the highest order. Second, that which is in your control. This list is brutally, beautifully short. It contains only your judgments, your opinions, your intentions, your desires and your aversions. In short, your perception and your will. That is all. This is the citadel, the one patch of ground in the entire cosmos that is yours to command. While the world can chain your body, tax your wealth, and destroy your reputation, it cannot force you to hold an opinion. It cannot compel you to pass a judgment. It cannot command your will. This is your kingdom, and it is impregnable. The application of this law is a clinical procedure. We will now detail the 3 tactics required to wield it. Tactic 1. Isolate the event from the story. You are never disturbed by an event itself. You are disturbed by the story you tell yourself about that event. This story is the emotional narrative, the layer of judgment and fear that you wrap around the core of reality. The procedure is to strip it away, to see the thing as it is, naked and unadorned. You are publicly criticized. The story you tell yourself is one of humiliation, of social ruin, of professional failure. This story is a fiction. It is a cancer of the mind. Let us dissect it. What actually happened? A person, an external entity outside of your control, vibrated their vocal cords to produce a series of sounds, or they pressed keys to arrange pixels on a screen. That is the bearer event. Their opinion exists entirely within their mind, a territory you cannot and should not ever wish to invade. It has no power over you. The sounds they made are just data. You can choose to interpret that data as an attack and suffer, or you can choose to see it for what it is, noise, and feel nothing. The event is neutral. The story is the poison. Remove the story. Tactic to turn the obstacle into the path. Once you have stripped an event down to its neutral core, it ceases to be a threat. It becomes a tool. The thing that stood in your way is now the material from which you will build your way forward. The untrained mind sees a wall. The trained mind sees a foundation. A business deal collapses. The story is failure, loss, and despair. Others panic. They see a dead end. You will not. You have stripped the event bare. The facts are, a signed agreement was not reached under the previous set of conditions. That is all. This is not a tragedy. It is new information. The collapse of the deal is not an obstacle to your success. It is the path to your success. It has illuminated a flaw in your strategy, a miscalculation in your assessment, or a weakness in the other party. It has given you this data for free. You now adjust your strategy. You pursue a better deal, with a better partner, armed with knowledge you did not previously possess. The obstacle did not block your path. It became your path. You did not endure it. You exploited it. Tactic 3. The power of chosen response. Between the external event and your internal reaction, there is a space. For most of humanity, this space does not exist. The stimulus and the response are fused together. A word of insult is met with immediate anger. A sign of trouble is met with immediate fear. They are automated, predictable, and therefore controllable by others. You will learn to create and hold that space. In that silent interval between the world acting upon you and you acting upon the world lies all your power. A plan fails, while others are consumed by the automatic reaction of panic. You are in that space. You have stripped the event bare. The executed sequence of actions did not produce the projected outcome. You have identified the obstacle as the path. This failure provides new, critical data for the next attempt. And now, in the calm of that internal citadel, you choose your response. You do not react. You act. You calmly adjust your strategy. You issue new orders. You pivot. In the room full of panicked animals, you are the only human. You are the only one playing the game with intention. This is the difference between a pawn and a player. The man who masters this is no longer playing the same game as everyone else. He cannot be insulted, because the opinions of others are irrelevant to him. He cannot be defeated, because every failure is simply a lesson in strategy. He cannot truly lose, because his objective is not to control the outcome, but to master his own choices, and that he can do every single time. The world will continue to be chaotic, unjust, and unpredictable. Let it. Let others be broken by it. Let them rage and weep and exhaust themselves trying to command the tides. You will not. You will be like marble, cold, solid, and unmoved by the chaos of the quarry. You will focus only on the chisel in your hand and the perfection of your own work. Your mind is your kingdom. Rule it.